Basic appraisal procedures, page 244. Number 3, legal descriptions using the government survey system use principal meridians and baselines to divide land into 6 square mile townships, which are further divided into sections. The total number of acres in a section is 640. So start with 640 and divide by the denominators the bottom number of a fraction of each fractional part in the description to calculate total acreage of a parcel. When locating or describing a parcel, it is easiest to start from the end of the description and work backward. Number 4, with the cost approach, depreciation must be calculated to consider loss in value for any reason. The age-life method of calculating depreciation takes the effective age of a structure divided by the total economic life to determine the percent of depreciation. Then the total cost of the building is multiplied by the depreciation percent to determine the dollar amount of depreciation. The breakdown method is sometimes used to observe depreciation. It breaks it down by all causes: physical deterioration, functional obsolescence, or external or economic obsolescence. Physical deterioration is actual wear and tear due to age, the elements, or other forces. Depreciation is calculated by taking the new price of an item and subtracting a percentage for wear and tear used. Functional obsolescence occurs when a building is less desirable because of something inherent in the structure. Depreciation is calculated by the cost of curing the undesirable feature or for incurable features and subtracting the amount of the cost if installed new. Features causing obsolescence may be curable, able to be fixed at a reasonable cost, or incurable, unable to be fixed without major cost or renovations. External or economic obsolescence occurs when something outside a property makes it less desirable. Depreciation is calculated by comparing the difference in sales prices from a property with a negative feature and one without it. Number 5, with the sales comparison approach, paired data analysis is used to determine the value of a specific property characteristics or features by comparing pairs of similar properties. When a different characteristic is isolated between a pair of properties, the difference in sale price between the two properties can be attributed directly to that feature's contributory value. Paired data analysis can be performed between any two similar properties. The steps to determine the adjustment values are: number 1, locate as many sales as possible with similar characteristics where only one factor can be isolated as being different. 2, find the difference in price between the two properties to arrive at a value figure for the different feature. And 3, if the item difference is a physical feature, then a dollar value is used. Other items may need percentage adjustment. Number 6, with the income approach, the value of property is based on its ability to generate income. Direct capitalization uses net income. Depreciation and annual debt service are not considered building expenses. The formula for calculating value using the income approach is income divided by rate equals value. By knowing any two of the variables, you can find the third using this equation. Gross rent multiplier, GRM, uses gross income to determine property value. The formula is value divided by gross income equals gross rent multiplier. The gross rent or expected rent from the subject property is then multiplied by the GRM derived in the first step to get a value estimate for the subject property. Gross rent or expected rent times GRM equals estimated property value. Remember, page 245. The GRM method uses gross income, with GRM value equals sales price gross annual income equals gross rents. Number 7, other useful real estate math includes calculating points, taxes, and ROI. Points are defined as a percent of the mortgage or loan amount. 1 point equals 1% of the mortgage loan amount, not of the price of the property. Property taxes are calculated using the market value or appraised value of property, assessment level, and the mills, which represent the tax rate. Consider 1 mil as $1 per $1,000 or assessed value. Return on investment, ROI, is the percentage of profit made on an investment. To calculate ROI, you need to know the original purchase price and the eventual selling price. Remember the formula: what you made divided by what you paid equals return on investment. Quiz. Number 1. A 40-foot by 40-foot building consisting of 2 floors will be built on a 150-foot by 500-foot lot. If the price per square foot of the building is $90 and the cost of a 150-foot by 500-foot lot is $100 per front foot, what is the total cost of the project? A, $144,000, B, $159,000, C, $303,000, or D, $338,000? The answer is C, $303,000. Number 2, Mr. and Miss Jason sold the lot adjoining their house for $15,000. If the lot measures 300 feet by 500 feet, how much did they earn per front foot? A, $30, B, $50, C, $300, or D, $500? The answer is B, $50. Number 3, a house sells for $100,000. The buyer is making a down payment of $32,000 and obtaining a $68,000 loan. If there are 4 points, how much money will be paid out of the closing for the points? A, $400, B, $1,280, C, $2,720, or D, $4,000? The answer is D, $4,000. And lastly, number 4, Bill expects a return of 8% on his investments and is considering a property with an, hold on, there's like a line through this. It says originally asking price of $670,000. However, there's a line through it that says something don't mess with, or I don't know what that means. The records show a potential income of $6,200 a month, expenses of $1,500 a month, and vacancy factor of 10%. With this information in mind, Bill's highest bid should not be higher than A, $137,000, B, $343,250, C, $612,000, or D, $818,250? The answer is C, $612,000. Something about extra notes, it just shows some math formulas. GLA, Dow Cash Business, assign, I don't know what that means. And it shows PGI minus VI equals EGI.